The New 52 rebooted the DC Universe, reintroducing us to our favourite characters under a different lens, and reshaping the continuity of the DC Universe. Justice League Volume 1 Origins reintroduces us to the Justice League, the superheroes of the DC Universe. The team consists of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, Green Lantern, and Cyborg. The comic book begins with 5 years into the past. Batman, as well as the other heroes, are targeted by law enforcement. Batman chases down a Pendragon, the servants of Lord Darkseid. Batman soon meets with Green Lantern, who has been tracking the Pendragon to Gotham City. The Pendragon soon attacks the GCPD. It then retreats to the sewers where it plants a mother box. Green Lantern mistakenly believes Batman is looking for a fight when Batman takes Green Lantern's power ring. The two heroes, however, are nearly killed when the Pendragon explodes. The two heroes agree to go to Superman and fly to Metropolis as Victor Stone, a star high school football player, wins his game. Meanwhile, Green Lantern and Batman meet Superman, with Superman fighting Batman and Green Lantern. Green Lantern calls Barry Allen, aka Flash. Flash temporarily distracts Superman, but soon is overpowered. The military soon arrives and forces the heroes underground. Elsewhere, another mother box is studied by Star Labs, with Dr. Stone, Victor's father, receives a visit by Victor. Victor proceeds to argue with his dad about missing his game, and learns Dr. Stone never intends to visit one of Victor's games. Meanwhile, the team attempt to learn what the mother box is, but it activates and an army of Pendragons emerges. Wonder Woman is then introduced as she searches for a harpy in the middle of Washington, D.C. While Steve Trevor is looking for her, the two quickly encounter the army of Pendragons, forcing the superheroes to fight them off as they start kidnapping people. During an explosion, Victor is left in a critical condition. Dr. Stone takes Victor to a Red Room to be rebuilt into Cyborg. Wonder Woman arrives in Metropolis to help the other superheroes. Cyborg is then activated and it sees a vision of Darkseid as a ship ascends, closely followed by Aquaman. Victor Stone quickly joins the Justice League, who are currently fighting off the Pendragon and the US Army simultaneously. However, Lord Darkseid arrives on Earth. The Justice League fight off Darkseid, who quickly defeats them and steals Superman. Batman quickly leaves to find Superman, whilst Green Lantern leads the team to fight Darkseid in one last battle. Batman enters through a portal to Apocalypse and finds Superman. As the team continue to fight Darkseid in an all-out brawl, Batman finds Superman, and the two proceed to fight off Darkseid. Who will win, and how will this team affect the larger DC universe? I find the fact that superheroes are being hunted, and this whole VRA Smallville-esque vigilante thing to be absolutely fascinating. And the idea of the government hunting down superheroes I think has always been a very, very cool concept. And Smallville has done it several times. Smallville did it in season 10. And what I liked about how Smallville did it was that Smallville brought this concept to the forefront. Characters like Superman, characters like Batman, and characters like Wonder Woman are all characters that are seen as gods. And it's certainly touched upon in Injustice Gods Among Us comic book series. That these superheroes are actually very powerful. And I've always found that concept to be rather intriguing in a comic book. The characterization of Green Lantern and his relationship with Batman, I found to be rather interesting but rather confusing as well. First off, Hal Jordan does come off to be such a overconfident prick, to be honest. And because of this, he doesn't have full control of his powering. And I've always... And that was very, very interesting to me. Because, like, the Green Lantern's own flaws is the reason why he can't control his powers very well, which I thought was a great weakness to have, particularly in an overpowered cast like Justice League. And I found his relationship to Batman to be very, very intriguing. For instance, at one point in the comic book, Batman states that he and Hal Jordan are actually quite alike. They're both human in a superpowered group of people. I kind of resist that because Batman is actually the only true human. Because Green Lantern's powers actually come from a ring, whereas Batman's powers come from this and this. Cyborg is a character who DC has primarily focused on quite a lot since New 52, and ever since Flashpoint. And having watched Flashpoint previously, I found Cyborg's origin to have been quite interesting. Cyborg is a byproduct of his father, who is investigating these superheroes and been acquiring loads of alien technology in order to discover who these superheroes are. And when Darkseid's invasion creates Cyborg in order to save his son, I liked the introduction to Cyborg. It seemed to fit in well with the overall story, although I did find a lot of Cyborg's development to be rushed, which I found to be quite unfortunate, as I wanted Cyborg to have a bigger role. But the whole relationship between Cyborg and his dad actually really, really adds a layer of intrigue. Because Victor Stone, or Cyborg, just wants to be a football star, but Victor Stone is like, no, what these beings can do, and this relates back to the whole VRA and overpowered superheroes, is actually, no, you being a football star actually means nothing. Because what these superpowered beings can do is, they can run 10 times as fast than you can. They can throw 10 times as fast as you can. Like the fact that Victor Stone plays football means absolutely nothing to Victor's dad. And I found this to be so intriguing. Because when you live in a world where these people exist, where these, excuse the pun, but where these gods among humans actually exist, where does the human element come from? You have also Greek mythology and Atlantean mythology, all proven to be real. Like, where do normal people fit into a world like that? And I like it when superhero comics actually touch upon this stuff. This comic is well worth a read. I know some people don't like the New 52, and I'm sure there are people who don't like the way that Justice League's been going. That could be for a variety of different reasons. But Justice League Origins, to me, has to be the Justice League origin that I've seen. And it's actually what got me fully into comics. And it completely reboots the Justice League and gives them a new slate. And you can't argue with that. That is what a reboot should be like. It should start from a completely different place. And this one has. And it starts with Darkseid. It starts with the most powerful being in the universe attacking Earth. And that's perfect. That is how you should start a comic. Justice League has started this way before. It started with that starfish thing in the first issue that ever came out. With the Justice League fighting a big giant starfish. And the Justice League in the animated series fought off a Martian invasion. The fact that the Justice League fights off Darkseid, to me, is perfect, because it starts off a completely new host of stories. And I do recommend anyone who wants to get into Justice League or get into the New 52, pick up this book. I give this issue a 4.5 out of 5. Great comic and a good introduction to the Justice League, and a good movie premise for the DC movie continuity thing that they're apparently doing. What do you think of Justice League, and do you like the fact that we are getting stories about superpowered superheroes being hunted by the government?